Hello, and welcome to the H&M show. My name is Michael.
And my name is Heather.
Hey,
I have a voice.
that is so awesome.
Hey, Michael.
What? I didn't
Each week
Yep.
we ask a really big question.
Okay.
What does H&M stand for?
This week, how about Hollywood and movies?
Oh, that sounds interesting. How come?
Well, I have no idea. No, I do. Actually, no, I do.
Don't make me laugh. I won't be able to talk.
Because we're talking about YouTube, and YouTube has both Hollywood and movies. But it's YouTube Studio app. It's right. There's an app specific for this, and you are the expert. At least in my eyes, you are.
Well, no. We don't use that word here. I am really excited to share this because the YouTube Studio app is a useful tool to YouTube creators, and I recently discovered. I'm just going to say it only got there like the day before I saw it. It probably has been there longer, but I recognized this the other day and was like, we got to tell our peeps. So I have my iPad, and I think you have it to share with everybody. We're going to go through the YouTube Studio app and show you how you can use this. What do you think of that?
I'm there right now. Here we go.
Oh,
let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll.
All right. So you're not going to see what my finger's doing because I can move it around and you don't see it. But I just want to go over the app really quick and then show you the things that I really was excited about. Over here on the left-hand side where you see my Craft Shack logo, there's a drop down. And when I click that, it pops up with all of my different accounts that I have access to. These people may not even know that I have access to their accounts, but anyway, I do. So I can choose whichever one of those accounts I want to look at. And then underneath that, on the left here, you see dashboard, videos, playlists, comments. This is really cool because you can actually comment or go through your comments really easily on all of your videos. As you're getting comments in, you can actually go through and reply to them very quickly through this app. I almost exclusively use my app for returning those comments now because it's so simple.
That's awesome.
And then the next one, this is the one that I want to talk about today, is the analytics part. And then underneath that, you have settings, send feedback, help, and then the quick click to go straight to the YouTube app. So you don't even have to go out of this app to get to YouTube if you wanted to go watch. So that's kind of cool too.
So really, this is very similar. I just want to throw this out there. This is very similar to your Creator Studio sidebar for the most part. I mean, it doesn't have everything.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, it doesn't have
it's
everything.
It's a very simplified. Yeah, it's a very simplified, condensed version of what you see on the desktop version.
Nice.
And you can't really do a lot of the stuff that you can do on the desktop version where you can go in and do those defaults and, mess with those edits and things. You can't do that in here. But what you can do is check out analytics. I want you to follow me as I click on analytics on the left. We get a breakdown and it automatically always goes to the last 28 days. And you can see here everything, all of our stats and overview here of the last 28 days on the Craft Shack. Are we seeing that?
Yeah, we are.
Good?
Yep.
Okay.
And I do have my mouse, so I'm trying to point whenever you go to something. I'm trying to point in that same time because I can hover over it and they can see that. So
that's so cool. All right. Well, we'll see if it works.
Just trying to help you a little bit.
Very cool, very cool. So one of the things that you can do with this app is you can click on these bars as in this overview section. You'll see it's like got a heading, real-time views, and it's sort of a bar. You can tell that it's like a bar, right?
Hmm.
When I tap it, it opens up a whole. This is views more
Hmm.
detailed.
Right, got it.
So it's really cool to look at your stats this way. All right, so let's look at the next bar, real-time views. And there, that's showing that the last 48 hours, these are the actual real-time views of what's happening on specific videos. Isn't that cool?
Mm.
So those are just some stats that you can check out. Watch time minutes, everybody's talking about watch time minutes these days. But you just see how I'm just going through the different bars and it opens it up in more detail.
Mm.
Okay, that's what I wanted you to see there. And then let's move over to the tabs at the top, the words at the top, overview, revenue, discovery. Let's look at discovery. All right, when I hit discovery, I get those bars again, each broke down traffic source types, top external sources. Now remember, when we're doing these shows, we're just kind of going over the topic with you, and then we'll be going deeper into this app individually with the folks that are community members in the after show, right?
Yep, absolutely. And just hey, and real quick, we don't really see a bar, but we do see the titles that are highlighted on each one, so we kind of get an idea of what you're talking about.
Well, I guess by bar, I kind of mean that it's like this white box that all that information is in, and then you sort of see it separated.
Okay. And you
Do you
don't
see that?
really see that. It's very, very, very light, so I'm not sure that they see that. At
Oh,
least I don't see it that clearly, but I get
maybe
what you're
your
saying.
eyes are just really bad, Michael.
If you look at if you look at the percentages, each one of those percentages are separated, and it's like a box for each one of those, right?
Yeah, so like traffic source types,
Mm-hmm.
and then the things underneath that are all that one section.
Mm-hmm.
And then top external sources,
Right.
that's
Got it.
one section. That's what I'm calling a bar. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe it's wrong to call it that.
No,
I
that's
just
good.
really have bar on the mind tonight. I don't
I
know
hear
why
you.
that is.
Hey,
All right, so
real
let's
quick,
say,
because I want you to rock and roll here, and I know that your voice is limited, so I want to try and help you out with that a little bit. Let's go out to
I like
comments real
that.
quick. I want to go out to comments.
Hmm.
Okay. I wanted you to know who's out here because Ross came all the way from Australia. She was the first one in here. Maybe she was because I think Andrew actually was there. He just wasn't saying anything. But we got Ross, Andrew, Debbie Davis is in. Hey, Debbie. And we got Miss Sheila's in. And we got DIY Solar and Wind. Glad to see you over here.
Woohoo.
Heather did not know who you were, but I told him that I met you over on
Mm.
Gord's
I
show.
do
So,
now, though.
yeah,
I
there
do
you go.
now.
Bill is in. Bill, good to see you, buddy. And
Hi,
then
Bill.
we actually have Gord in the house. Gord came along too.
Woot.
And Gord brings up a good point here, and he says, I really like how it just takes a few taps to see so much info, which is so true.
Yeah,
I swear.
which is that's what I was trying to say by this is a bar like a snapshot of this information, but
Right.
you want to know more, you just tap it and it takes you right into all the
Love it.
details. So
Love it.
cool.
Yeah, that is good. Okay.
So
And
cool.
can I ask you this? Is this for anyone or is this just for the new privileged people with
Oh no.
monetization? Okay.
No, this is anyone with anyone with a YouTube channel. I
Okay.
know the whole monetization partnership program is kind of scary now,
I
isn't it?
just have to check
No,
every
only
single
the
thing. That's right.
only
Okay.
the privileged.
I want to make sure and
Yeah,
see if we're
sorry. No,
included in that.
you can't play with my toys. That's why I'm showing them.
That's right.
All right, all
All
right.
right,
So let's
here we
get
go.
back to this. Let's tap on traffic source types, okay? Because we always want to know where are we getting this information? Like
Mm-hmm.
where are the people coming from, right?
Mm-hmm.
What traffic source types are? Do we really understand what that is? Do we
No.
know how that we can change these?
No.
Like
I
I'm gonna
keep
hurt
I
you.
keep
All
saying
right,
no, I don't.
down at
Okay.
the down at the bottom, you see the words, how can I act on this?
Yes, too cool. I love that.
Isn't that interesting? So what happens if we tap on that? YouTube has put in helpful tips, like right here at your fingertips.
That's pretty cool.
So how can I act on this? Monitoring, this is what it says. I'm just going to read it to you. Monitoring the distribution of traffic sources can help you focus on tactics that grow watch time from the many places viewers can find your videos.
Mm.
So these are the things to look for. Your YouTube search, traffic from search results on YouTube. That's what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Playlists, traffic from any playlist that included one of your videos. This could actually be a playlist that somebody else
Oh
put
yeah, that's right.
together and put your video in it.
Oh yeah, that's
Pretty
right.
cool. You actually get links to those and you can go and see what kind of playlists you're being put into. It's pretty neat.
That's awesome.
Browse features, traffic from the home page or home screen, subscription feed, and other browsing features. So this is more of a that organic stumble upon, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then there's external, so traffic from websites and apps that have your video embedded or linked in them. So for those of us who used to use uh, what was it, Business Hangouts,
Yes.
our traffic that came from Business Hangouts would be listed in that area. So then it says you can learn about other traffic sources here in that gray box. But then as I drag this up, hopefully you saw me do that. As I drag this up, it will tell you ways that you can improve and drive your watch time, add rich metadata. It's telling you how to make this better.
That's cool as anything.
So you don't need to hire the big YouTube guys out there if you just do a little bit of research on your own. Now, of course, that requires that you actually do some stuff, but that's a whole nother show.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right, what else should we look at?
That's really cool. So you can
search terms.
So this discovery is like an area of where you can discover all of your different things are happening or where things are happening for your videos.
So this is all the stuff that people always ask the questions like, what kind of search terms should I be using? And what search terms are even working? How do I even know how I'm being found? Am I being found? Any of those things. These are the questions that you ask. Here's a whole list of in the last 28 days, the search time or the search terms that have been used to find my videos. So you see that whole list there. Okay. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
How can I act on this? Let's tap it and find out. What does it mean? There it'll tell you. And it has a whole lot of information to show us. You can identify which terms generate the highest watch time. They can help you understand what viewers are searching for and whether your metadata is as effective as it can be. So all the time, for like 5 years, I've been wondering, what terms do I even use? Like, it's one thing to say, obviously I hope that the people are looking for the Craft Shack, but they got to know how to spell it and all this weird stuff. So how else can I be found? This is helping me do that right here.
Nice.
Pretty
and
cool.
not use an ampersand in your title either. That's a pretty good one.
Right, that'd probably be a help. Yeah. I don't know. You might want to think about that. Let's see. But it's just really cool. So now here's something really neat too. I don't know if you can see this, but it says under the second bullet point, add powerful metadata. Visit Google Trends to find words people use most often to find videos on YouTube. Consider swapping poor performing keywords with popular synonyms.
Really?
Here's the thing. See Google Trends. I'm going to tap on that and see what happens.
So you can actually go there, huh? Wow.
Sure. This was not tested live.
Okay.
All right, well, it's not taking me there.
Okay.
I don't know if it's because we're screen sharing or what, but it's not taking me there. Okay, so what it should be taking you to is Google Trends, where you can actually find out, I'm doing videos on pen pastels. What are the search terms that I should be using?
Nice.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so these are just some of the things I wanted to show. There's more interactive content. Let's see. All right, so here is interactive content. That's what I clicked on. Teaser clicks per card shown, clicks per card shown, top cards. Let's look at top cards and see what that means. So these are those cards, the info cards that come up in the corner, one of those corners. How do you know how they're performing and how can you improve them? And it'll tell you what to look for and what to do to improve. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it is.
All right. So I just wanted to touch on that because it's an app. So obviously, if you don't have mobile device, you're probably not going to be using this. Andrew, I was talking to you. And that's okay. You don't have to. But for the rest of the world, I'm just kidding you. For the rest of us that do use apps, it's a real handy tool. You can actually be, at the doctor's office and checking out to see what's going on, doing a little bit of research. I spend a lot. Did I just flip it upside down there?
That's really cool, though.
Sorry about that. I spend
Okay.
a lot of time sitting around waiting for people sometimes, and I can actually do a little bit of research and check out how things are going, and even interact with my commenters with just my thumb taps. It's quite nice. It's a really cool app. If you don't already have it, you probably want to check it out. If you do have it, I hope we've shown you some features you might not have known were there. We're going to be exploring it some more in the after party if you are a community member.
Good
And
stuff.
that's what I got for you,
Hey,
Glenn.
real quick, I want to ask you a question there while you're there. Under the Discovery, I think it was. If you
Okay.
can go to it. What was the bottom top video suggesting your content? What is that saying there? Can you kind of just tell us what that? Yeah, okay. Okay,
Yeah, so this would be if you're watching a video and at the end of the video, you know how it sometimes pops up with more videos?
yeah.
This could be where your video could be found,
Okay.
and it's telling you that. It could be a playlist or things like that. It's top videos that are suggesting your content, that column down over on the side.
Yeah.
When you're watching a video and you got a
Yes.
whole suggested row of
Yeah,
videos there.
yeah.
So basically, it's like what my video is being connected to, but it doesn't tell you which video specifically.
Okay.
It just is telling you that you are being connected to videos,
Okay.
these ones listed here that you see.
So it could be from, you don't really know where it's from though, right? I mean, it's just, guess I'm kind of confused.
Okay, so like this first one, personal imagery, that's not my video, that's someone else's video.
Okay.
I just don't know which video was watched after that video that's listed there. That's what I was trying to say.
I see what
I
you're
don't know
saying.
which of my videos was listed there.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So basically what this would do, and you can actually look at the how can I act on this. Let's just look at that.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
So this is what it's saying. The play icon represents videos from other channels that send views. The info icon represents your own videos that send views to this one. So when you have your videos listed in the suggested thing on one of your videos,
Okay.
that's good, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes I think when we talked about the YouTube, Tube Buddy. Remember when we had the chat about Tube Buddy and I showed the number of suggested videos that you are in? That's where you want to have that number be in the green, because then you're being shown in that list.
Right. Gotcha.
So people will hopefully click on your videos because they liked what they saw. And if your thumbnails are consistent, I mean, there's so many things that go into this, but if you can put all the puzzle pieces together, have your tags right, have your description match, have your title good, have a good thumbnail that is consistent throughout all of your shows. If you can do all of these pieces and parts, then you can end up with falling into the right slots and seeing your videos work the way they're supposed to.
That's so awesome. Now, let me ask you this. I know we spent a lot of time on the analytics one. Are the videos, playlists, comments, all those other sections on the left-hand side, are those all exactly the same as maybe on the computer? You know what I'm saying? As it is, like, and take your time. Take your time. I know. You got to take some water, do whatever you need to do. I can go to some comments, actually. Let me do that real quick. I'm going to go to some commenting. And we are going to look at, oh, good. Hey, Chris showed up. Arthur, how are you, sir? Glad to see you here as well. And Bill, I understand that totally. Very cool. He says, very cool, Heather. Looking forward to getting a real phone so I can use this. I totally get that, buddy. I understand where that's coming from. I know how that is. Um, yeah. Yes, and Gord, it is a great thing. I saw your show today. I just wanted to recognize you and your accomplishment of the over the 4,000 hours and everything. You accomplished exactly what you needed to, what you wanted to, and I think that's awesome of you. Look forward to possibly working with you here in the future too over some OBS and Zoom stuff. Maybe we can get some stuff going and get some people out there and some customers and have some fun and let some people learn some stuff. All right, here we go.
I'm back.
Okay. So
all right. So in answer to Bill getting a real phone, he could just have an iPad.
True.
Or something like that, or a tablet of some sort. Tablets are way less expensive.
Yeah. No
all right. Playlists. Excuse me. I'll just show you playlists. This is my whole list of playlists.
Right.
Videos.
Okay, so it just shows.
You just don't have all the editing. You just
Okay.
don't have all the editing.
Okay, it just kind of
Does that make
shows you. Yeah, absolutely. So it just shows you what your videos are, what your playlists are. It just shows you what they are. Okay, got it.
My favorite part though is the comments, because I can literally reply this fast.
Yeah, to everyone.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
Yep.
That is pretty awesome.
So it is pretty cool.
And you have all your videos. So if all your videos are right there and you want to comment, you can just scroll through and just get them all that way, and or just all the comments that come up on different videos, right? That's all from different videos.
I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. Heather's been under the weather, just so anybody understands. If you watch her show, she actually had to end her show the other day just because she was coughing so much. And I asked her, I said, if you don't want to come tonight, I totally get it. And she's like, no, I want to, and all that kind of stuff.
I'm all right if I don't talk too much. That's the problem. Yeah. I talk too much. You know me.
Right.
All right. So comments are listed by the most recent. So the one on top is the latest comment that was left today. And then I can access all the comments that have ever been made this way. So what happens is, you see this up in the right-hand corner, there's a 0 inside of that red circle.
Yeah, it means there's none to answer.
Right.
Okay.
I've answered them all.
Nice.
Yeah. And you can even toggle through published comments, held for review, likely spam, all that kind of stuff. So.
Okay, so the next thing I'm going to ask you. Cool. This is an app.
Of course, you're going to make me talk more.
I'm
Makes
sorry.
Total sense, Mike.
This is an actual app that you download, right? Or is this part of YouTube, or is this part of something, or?
No, you have to go to the store and put it whichever store you need, your operating system store, and you have to get it, but it's free. I mean, it's not like you got to pay for it, but it is a Google product, and it is.
And this is what it looks like.
App.
Just anybody. Oh, hold on. Let me put my screen up because I really couldn't see that on a little window there. But so this is it. It's what it looks like. It's got the little red gear wheel and a studio. There it is, right there. You can't really see it because it's got the green.
Not that that's red, but yeah, I hear you.
And I'm going to install it right now, YouTube Studio, so then I'll have it. Especially now that I know that it's not just for special people that are rich or whatever, or whatever you guys are.
Rich.
Yeah,
I don't know any of those people anyways.
Okay, all right. So now I have it on my Pixel phone. Look at there. Welcome to YouTube Studio. Thank you. Engage with your fans. No. I mean, okay. Yes. And stay on top of your stats. There you go. Get started. That's what I'm going to do. Fantastic. Okay.
What I really like too is that this snapshot right here, it looks a little different on my phone because it's not so big, you know. This has a lot more information on the iPad at a glance than it does on your phone. But what I like is that I always can see my estimated revenue for the last 28 days, which is really low lately. But I guess I got to go to work or something. I don't know. But anyway, I really like that because I feel like I can visually see, you know what, we're improving. Or I guess if you don't upload videos, you don't make money. That's pretty clear, you know, stuff like that. So it's kind of an encouragement when I open the app. I can be encouraged by these numbers. So.
Okay, so looking at your screen right here, okay? It says, like, a perfect example is watch time minutes. Is there any way to
Mm.
change that to hours? Is there any settings or anything like that? So you don't have any settings like you do on the actual.
Well, you do have settings, but see,
Oh,
these are the
okay.
settings.
Okay, very limited.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good to know. I'm glad to know that. That's wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why I was telling you it's so funny how they're focusing.
Mm-hmm.
This was a side note, but
Mm-hmm.
it's so funny how they're focusing now on watch time and then they switch to hours in the recent requirements and everything, and you don't really have a way to know what that is. But I can tell you that, 68, almost 69,000 views in 1 month, minutes,
Minutes,
granted,
yeah, yeah.
minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You need what, 240,000? Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
240,000?
Yeah, something to that effect.
So in that's in 1 year or something.
Yeah, I believe that's right. I'd have to do the
Yeah,
math.
so I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing okay. All
So
right.
if
Are
I
we
have
done looking at
yeah
all
yeah.
this?
So if I have 24,000 in the last 28 days, that's pretty good, right? I'll be right at it,
Yeah,
barely,
you're kicking up. You're kicking
barely,
up, man.
barely.
I'm pretty proud of you. I don't know if anybody watching this knows this, but Michael is so close to 1,000 subscribers. It would be really awesome if everybody watching live right now, don't get embarrassed, okay? Everybody watching right now, tweet this out, share it on Facebook, share it wherever you hang out, and beg, plead, tell your mother,
No,
please subscribe so we can go over a thousand subscribers tonight. That would be amazing if we could do that.
you don't
You
have to
guys
do
know Michael.
that.
Michael does that stuff for everybody else. Come on, get on up there and do it. You're not going to do it because I asked you to. You're going to do it because you love Michael. I know you will. And that's
Okay.
all I have left to say because I'm going to cough if I say anymore.
Well, I don't want to.
That's it. That's it. I'm done. No, you got nothing. Mute.
Okay. All right. Fine. All right. Whatever you say. All right. No, this is good stuff. I appreciate you sharing that, though. That's awesome. Awesome stuff. I appreciate you. That was good. Good stuff. Excellent. I think that was pretty neat and a good addition and something really cool I didn't even really know about. You saw I just downloaded it tonight, so I'm going to take advantage of that. Really kind of cool. Really is. I mean, I love it. I love what it does, what it did. I like it because it's at a glance.
And
You
it's
can get
not
it
for,
quickly.
I know it's not for everybody, but it's just another tool if you are into watching your stats and want to know how to improve. It's kind of cool if they have at your fingertips
Mm-hmm.
how to improve. Pretty cool.
Exactly. Totally agree. Totally agree. All right, we're going to get right into tech in the news. We'll go right into that. So here we go. Let me screen share again. Where is it? Okay, right here. No, it's not. Let's do this one. Okay, much better. All right. First thing, Google removes view image button from search results to make pictures harder to steal. And I don't know if anybody noticed this, but I noticed it just this week. It actually happened like 2 days ago. And what they're doing now is you can kind of see down here, subject to copyright down here at the bottom left there. They're adding that to images right there. Images may be subject to copyright, and you have to go visit the site in order to do the view and all that kind of stuff and copying it and that kind of stuff. So they're forcing you onto at least the customer site or whatever, people's site to get that. Don't know if anybody else saw that. Crazy, but they're really working on it to knock down some of that. Next thing, wireless.
Can I just hold you? I
Sure.
just got to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I am so grateful every time something like that happens because I feel like it's a protective action,
Mhm.
meaning they really do care about us users. They really do. I mean, we hear all the time that they don't care. It's their money machine, and they don't care about what we experience or any of that stuff. But they do. They clearly do. So that's awesome.
I think so too. Next thing, wireless chargers are out. Wireless chargers with extra hubs are in. Isn't that interesting? I wonder if anybody uses this or does this or anything like that with the hub that it sets in, I think is what it is. There's a lot of these things. So it's really kind of crazy seeing some of these things. And I saw that and I said, oh, I'm going to put that out there. Just see if anybody else uses those.
So is this like a charging port, or
Yeah,
is it like
I think so, yeah. With
that's kind of like what
extra
we have,
hubs.
what we use our headsets on, right?
Yeah,
Kinda?
something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
something different.
No, it is something like that. It's like its own whatever. It's just extra hubs versus a wireless chargers. I mean, that's kind of what the article said when I read into it a little bit. And I don't go into great detail on these, but I think, if I think it's interesting to you guys, I bring it up. Next one, Google begins replacing Android Pay and Google Wallet with a new app, and it's just Google Pay. And this has been rolling out for a while. Actually, I think it started this week again. A lot of stuff going on, but they're trying to get rid of the two different apps and make it just one. GPay right there, Google Pay. Thought that was interesting. I don't know if anybody uses that. I know when I buy stuff like my Pixel or any of my Google Home or any of those kind of things. So, that's kind of a neat tool.
I must use it when I buy apps in the store, right?
Very possible, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I think you do actually, yes. So it's going to convert over to GPay now instead of Google Wallet, which I think the Google Store used Google Wallet forever, for the longest time. At least it did for me. And so now, yes, that will be transferred over. And I just saw this today. Swipe keyboard has been discontinued. So the swipe, anybody that uses this, I'm real curious, put in the comments if you do use this. I know I use this religiously. I don't text. I'm not the 18-year-old kids or even the 25-year-old kids. I cannot type with my thumb, so I'm a swiper. But the swipe company has taken it away, and the app, the standalone app, I think Google still will have the ability to swipe. Just curious whether anybody else uses this. It says swipe for both iOS and Android. 6 years after bought the company behind it, it's gone. So really interesting article there. That is it for In the News. Everybody, just to let everybody know, we mention this every week. Again, we're going to have an after party where you can come in. It's for members of our paid for community. Paid for community, $10 a month. It's not like we're getting rich by this or anything, but I want to tell you, I think there's value in it because I did a workshop last Saturday, I believe it was, on OBS, teaching OBS again. So, and I've done one of these before, and we do all kinds of different things. So I think that it would be great for people to join. It helps us out so we can buy some of these apps and do some of these things and work some things in to the programs that you guys want to learn about. So, I think it'd be cool to have that.
How do they join if they did want to join though? Where do you have the link?
In the description of this video. When you watch this video, Yep, it'll be in the description down below. There'll be a form that you fill out. You just sign up for it and ready to rock and roll. So yeah, we'd love to have.
What happens if they don't want to do it? Like if after 1 month they figure it's just not worth it.
I believe you just stop your PayPal, if I'm not mistaken. And you correct me on that, but I think you just stop your PayPal and boom, it just stops. So
it was a test. I wanted to know if you
okay.
knew. Yeah,
did I pass?
Yeah, you did.
Gosh, I didn't know I was going to have to take a test, but I do appreciate it anyway. And that being said, we do appreciate everybody. We're going to invite everybody in that are members of the community. We're going to invite them in for the after party. Thank you very much, everyone that came. Real quick before we go, though, I'm going to give you a sneak peek at next week. And here's that. All right, real quick. I guess we got a question from the audience. Go ahead, Heather. Fire away.
Yeah, we were talking about the community stuff. Chris asked, is the past community sessions available on replay?
When you ask about community sessions,
we were talking about the community.
In our paid for community,
yeah.
Yes. Every single session that we do is available, so every show. But we do have that
so all the things, all the workshops that we've done before, everything, you have access to them once you become a member.
It does not go away. It's inside of a Google Plus community. So yes, you have access to that and you get to it anytime you like. Are we good? Sneak peek next week.
Yeah, now you can do whatever the heck
Okay,
you were going to
thank you.
do.
Thank you very much. All right, sneak peek next week. We have Peggy K coming on. Peggy K is a
Woo!
avid Google Plus person, person. She's been a top contributor forever. You can see right here, top contributor for YouTube, Google Plus, AdSense, Blogger, Hangouts, and Project Fi. She's coming in to talk about Google Plus. Oh my gosh, why can't my mind went blank? Why can't I think of what it is? Anyway, no, it's not people. It's not pages, but what are they called? Oh, brand pages. Brand pages. Oh my gosh, my mind went blank there for a little bit. So
That's
yeah,
all right.
brand pages. That's what she's going to come in.
You're just excited because Peggy K is going to be.
Oh,
on the show.
Absolutely, I love it when Peggy.
And I've noticed that's twice now she's been on the show, right?
She has.
This will be her second time.
Yes.
And both times I'm gone. It's almost like you did that. I know you did that on purpose. You're like, good, Heather's gone.
No,
I'm bringing in the real one. All right, got it.
But here's her page on Google Plus. Okay.
Just skipped right over that.
You can type on. You can just type in Peggy K. You can see right there. Look for that little icon right there. You can go learn a little bit about her. I'm telling you, she is very informative. Helps me out a ton. I'm a Hangout top contributor just like she is, so we talk to each other quite a bit through that, and I chat with her many times. Should be a great show. I think it's she's very informative and knows a lot, and she's willing to help a lot too, so a really good person that way. So I'm looking forward to seeing her. I am very thankful and looked forward to seeing everyone tonight, and glad everyone could make it. Community members, you are welcome to join in, and I will.
Well, let me send them the link.
Yep.
Yeah.
Miss Heather here will give the link inside the community so you guys can have it. And thank you very much for coming, folks. We appreciate you. Bye-bye.